All right, you have found the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. It's Weather for Weather Geeks, the edition for St. Patrick's Day here on the 17th of March, 2020. It was kind of a dull day weather-wise today with a blanket of clouds. We did not see much variety in our temperatures. Only a 3-degree spread between the low and the high today. Par for St. Patrick's Day is 46 and 28. Boy, remember March of 2012, including St. Patrick's Day, 77 degrees. Well, it was on this date back in the 30s that we had our snowiest St. Patrick's Day on record. In 1936, we had 5 inches worth of snow. St. Patrick's Day has a kind of a reputation around here as being a snowy day. A lot of people think, oh, we'll get our big late season storm around St. Patrick's Day like we always do. And, you know, like a lot of old weather stories, this tends to be a little bit more of a myth than actual fact. We have not seen very many big snowstorms on St. Patrick's Day. Now, if we had some right before St. Patrick's Day, sure. Back in 1973, we had several inches worth of snow and some big-time drifts before the holiday. And 3 years ago, we had half an inch of snow in 2017. We've had a few chilly St. Patrick's Days in a row after some mild ones earlier on in the previous decade. The coldest high temperature, 23 in 1976, and the most total liquid precipitation was in 1938 at 0.7. All right, as promised, a little mist and drizzle was out there this morning, and then otherwise just a cloudy ho-hum day today. Now, at the last minute this evening, as I kind of alluded to last evening, the clouds are trying to part and make for a decent sunset across the region. This is as of 7:08, the scene looking west away from Youngstown. Sun's going to try to peek below our clouds right at the last second here, and this clearing continues to work in from the north and the west. Now, the last few hours of the visible satellite, we're going to lose the daylight here, but you look carefully, and that clearing line, a little after 7, was getting right down into the Warren-Niles area, getting set to push into Youngstown, and the sky will turn clear throughout the region this evening. Most active weather across the lower 48 this evening is along the west coast and also out in the high plains states, and severe thunderstorm watch out for parts of Texas, including Midland, Odessa, and heading to the west of the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex this evening. All right, closer to home, tomorrow a slug of rain will accompany a warm front moving across the Ohio River Valley, and there's a medium risk of some flash flooding in the I-70 corridor and points south. So this includes Dayton, Cincinnati, Wilmington, Columbus, Zanesville, Cambridge, heading down towards Parkersburg, Marietta, Louisville included in that yellow area. Notice we're in the green area, low end risk. You know, I think the flooding risk is fairly minimal with our Wednesday evening rain. The flash flood risk on Thursday focused along the kind of the heart of the lower Ohio River Valley and down into the mid-Mississippi Valley as well. And I'm not real concerned about flash flooding issues around here on Thursday. In fact, a lot of Thursday will be dry before showers push in late in the day. Let's focus first on Wednesday. As high pressure shifts to the east, clouds will increase, and I do think that the showers and actually a steady period of rain will push in as we head towards dinner time, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and that rain will then taper off during the overnight. Here's a look at our model spread for rainfall from Wednesday through Thursday night. With Wednesday evening and overnight's rain, probably a half an inch to an inch will be a pretty good average, and we'll add some modest amounts onto those totals later Thursday night, and into parts of Friday, especially Friday morning. But again, a lot of Thursday will be rain-free. Now, it's going to be a pretty gloomy looking day, but boy, temperatures will blast off in the wake of this warm front. I've still got mid-60s in the forecast for Thursday. Looks like much like the timing of tomorrow's showers, this is mostly a late day event, with showers pushing back in around dinner time on Thursday. And then Friday's kind of interesting. We have a strong cold front heading our way, and there'll be modest amounts of instability, but quite a bit of wind shear. So that may aid in some instability, and there might even be some thunder mixed in with some of these heavier showers, especially Friday morning. I think things will become a little less numerous as we get into the afternoon on Friday. So when we look at one of our models showing the instability, there's just a modest amount pushing through, especially during the first half of the day. So it's something we'll keep an eye out for. There's some chatter about possibly a low-end severe weather risk on Friday. Not so sure about that yet, but I think there is at least a modest risk of hearing some thunder with some of our showers Friday, particularly before lunchtime. All right, so it's going to warm up, that's for sure. Mid-60s Thursday. I've got temperatures pushing 70 in some spots before the afternoon is through Friday, but 6 hours will make all the difference in the world. We'll go from the upper 60s at 4 p.m. And by about 10 o'clock or so, my temperatures disappear off the map here. But looks like we're missing a model run. But trust me, it's going to turn cold Friday night into Saturday morning. Temperatures will end up in the mid-20s. So a 40 to 45 degree difference between Friday afternoon and daybreak on Saturday. But it is going to be an uneventful weekend aside from the chill. Only 37 Saturday, 42 on Sunday, but we'll see sunshine throughout the course of the weekend, followed by some shower chances. As we head into next week, quick look at the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center shows a pretty familiar looking pattern here. To me, this does not look like a blowtorch pattern. It's not going to be a pattern filled with a lot of 70s, but it does look modestly warmer than average when we look at the period as a whole in the 8 to 14 day outlook. So today being the 17th, this would take us through the final week of March, basically. Seeing some cooler trends. I touched on this a little last week. Seeing some cooler trends in some of the long-range modeling for April. See if that's fool's gold just yet. Whenever the models have advertised cool weather in weeks 3 to 4 to 5 in the longer range, it's typically been a fleeting thing. And as we get closer to that time period, the models start picking up on warmth again. So we'll see if those cooler April trends on the models continue, or if they do as they have done for much of the last several months. They show some cold on week 4, but by the time week 4 becomes week 2, hey, look, the map looks a lot warmer. So we shall see. That'll do it for tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back here on Wednesday.